What's up, everyone? Got your attention. So I haven't shaved in about 3 days or so. But check it out. It's pretty white now. Now imagine that beard, but white. I can't even imagine it, actually. I can't imagine a white beard like this. Any of you that saw my thumbnail, look at the thumbnail and then you'll see what I'm talking about. So before I start, so I'm doing the, along with the beard question, I'm doing my Black Friday sale today. Okay, this is over the next 24 hours. I did it one time before in the last 2 years, 25% off everything in my store. The Beato book, any of the mugs, t-shirts, anything. And the code is RB25. So there you go. You want to support my channel? That's how I make a living, because I sure don't make it from although the last few videos, I mean, when I'm not doing what makes a song great, although those are where I get so many views from. So Rick Rubeardo. Wait, Rubiato? What? Julian, I was Wolverine Beato. Do you mean Beard Friday? It's Beard Friday today. Rick Beato the White. Tom, you say no with the beard. Interesting. Wolverine. Okay, so my eyebrows are this color. I don't know why my eyebrows are black, but they are, you know. They're not totally black, but they're pretty black. But my beard, I mean, look at my sideburns now. That's pretty much what my color of my beard is here. But it would be a wizard beard. I mean, there's a little bit of darkness in here and stuff. Zappa stash. It'd pretty much be a Gandalf if I did it. Beard bonus. There we go. Thank you, Andy. Cobb, write to Aaron at Flat 5. He's on here right now. Rick Beardo. Santa. Your eyebrows don't combine. So my daughter Lennon made she made a emoji of me, but the emoji had white eyebrows, and she finished it and she said, "Oh, hold on, I got to fix it." And then she fixed it and put the black eyebrows in. But people have asked me, do I dye my hair white? Which is completely weird, right? Ghostly beard. There you go, ghostly beard. I would have a ghostly beard. But it'll be shave the eyebrows. There you go. You're growing mine right now. It's always weird when I don't shave for a couple days. It kind of I mean, it's starting to get itchy already. But Rick Frost. Jay, go for the John Campbell. There you go. Subi, power through the itch. Oh man, that's the worst. The itch is really, for me, it's thank you, Tommy. It's unbearable. The first 10 days, honestly, are pretty unbearable. It just gets so gnarly. What age am I? I'm 56. I'm 56 and a half. Well, 56 and, yeah, about 56 and a half, a little bit more than that. Dye it black, grow the beard out. Yeah, dye my beard black and then have white hair. They have cream to kill the itch. Huey, is that actually true? I don't think that's true, is it? Unbeardable. So the last time, so the beard on my thumbnail, just to give you a little history on that, because people that see that, people will come across my picture on the internet and say, well, that can't be him, the picture with the beard. So I never really grew a beard. I mean, I grew it for a week or so, a couple times, where it's pretty full beard in a week. So I decided, oh God, it was probably 7 years ago or so. I said, you know what? I'm going to let my hair grow for 1 year. I'm going to not shave at all. I'm not even going to trim. I'm not even going to trim my beard for 1 year straight and see what it looks like. And I'd never done it before. So, I mean, how many of you that can grow a beard here have not shaved for an entire year, right? So I started growing it, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And by the end, when I shaved it, it was down to here. Okay, that's about a year's growth for me. And I shaved it at 11 months. Thank you, D. Look at that. Any good venues in Atlanta? Venkman's, that's one of the best right there. Venkman's, Smith's, that's about it. So I thought, okay, so I just kept letting it go and go and go and go. And then about 2 weeks before it was a year, I got on the school board at my kid's school. And I said, I went into this meeting with the other board members before we started. And I said, I thought, okay, this is going to really freak out the parents because you see how I look there. I said, oh, I'm going to shave the beard off because I was going to shave it off at a year anyway. So I shaved it off 2 weeks early. But I really wanted to grow it for 2 years. And I think I could almost, because double the length would be almost about down to my waist. So that would be a real Gandalf beard. But it was crazy because it would blow around in the wind. It was so weird. ZZ Beato, I like that. I got to ban one person already. Look at that. Wait, who has beards on here? You know, I see all these people. Jay, you got a beard? You keep it to a goatee? Was it longer than the beard or the ex-country had? You clicked on the video just to say yes. I look like Petrucci on the thumbnail. Can I be your granddad? But it's really, people really freaked out though when I had it. I remember, so at one time, I can tell a story. So I'm driving up to Nashville for a songwriting session. Okay, so I got my guitar in the back seat. I'm driving from Atlanta up there. So so there's nobody around me, and I go by this. I'm wearing a skull cap, and this cop stops me. Okay, so I think, oh, I know why he's stopping me. So I pull over to the road, and the cop comes up, and he comes up to the passenger side. He looks in. It's middle of the day. It's, like a Wednesday Wednesday morning. And he goes, do you know why I stopped you? And I said, I have no idea. And he goes, well, you were following too closely to the car. I mean, there was no cars in the road. No cars in the road. I mean, I look like, he thought I was some Middle Eastern guy or something, right? And I said, he goes, he takes my license, goes back to the car, comes back a few minutes later, and he's looking at it and said, what are you doing up in Nashville? I said, well, would you believe it if I told you that I'm actually going up to do a songwriting session with a Christian band? Which was true. My publisher, Sony, set me up with a songwriting session with some Christian band. I can't remember who it was. He actually started laughing. And I said, yeah, I probably would have pulled me over too. And he was like, okay, thanks. Go ahead. And that was it. He just stopped me for that long. How do you like that? So that was it. But there's another time, though, that I was going to turn into this parking lot I was going to this restaurant, and I was kind of overshot it, and I got in the left lane. And this person just honks their horn incredibly loud. I got my windows down, and I look over like this, and I had the big beard, and this person had stopped next to me, and they were going to yell something at me, and I looked over at them with this menacing look, and they just took off. So, there we go. Pretty funny, right? RB25, 25% off anything in my store. I've only done this once in 2 years. If you want the Beato book and you want a deal on it for the next 24 hours, you can get anything, any of my mugs. This is really what supports my channel here. So if you want to invest in this endeavor we have going on here, that's the way you do it. What are the differences between the old Beato book and the new Beato book? The new Beato book, thank you, Subi, is 160 pages longer. Now here's the book right here. All right. Now when I show this, it only comes in PDF. I printed this myself. And people are going to ask me, well, what does it? It literally starts at the beginning with chords and their formulas. It teaches you how to construct basic chords, how they occur in keys, major keys, minor keys. Then it goes into chord progressions. Then it talks about modes of all the, everything that I talk about on this channel. If you have this book, you're going to be about 50% further along than you would be if you don't have the book. So I don't really, I'd say that I talk about my book at the end of every video. You know, if you're interested in the Beato book, go to my website, and that's it. I don't ever get on and sell the thing. I do on my live streams. I give discounts and everything. But 25% off. I've only done one time in 2 years, and this is the other only time I'm going to do it is today. The book does not come with a beard. Yes, PayPal and everything. It's all in my store. My store is on my website, rickbeato.com. I look like Petrucci with the beard. That's funny. You know, when I interviewed Petrucci, John, I don't like calling people by their last name. When I interviewed John, it was funny because some people said, talked about the fact that he had a white shirt on, okay? And they'd never seen John in a white shirt. But when I was looking at him, I kept thinking, I wanted to say, you know, that's really weird because my beard looks kind of like that when I grow it. But he saw me clean shaven, so I don't think that he could have imagined that that I had a beard like that. So, no beard. Bad beard day is an issue when getting too big. There are, seriously, there are bad beard days. There are bad beard days, but I use this, there's a certain soap that I would wash my beard in. What was it called? Oh, it's this, oh man. Ouch. It's this really good soap. I got to think of the name of it. That I would actually wash my beard with every single day, and it kept it from getting. It was always nice and clean, everything. So there you go. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the guitar now. RB25, 25% off everything in my store. If you want to support my channel, that's how you do it. I have my 50th What Makes This Song Great video coming up. I haven't decided what it's going to be yet. I'm trying to find something. I'll take suggestions too. I'm trying to find something that's appropriate for the 50th episode. Thank you, Jeff. Wait, if you get a chance, if you get a chance, wrist, hand pain, almost went to surgery but found exercise. You mentioned in the video, you did the rubber bands, helped tremendously, but still hurt after playing. You got to, so the things that I did are the stretching and the rubber bands, but you got to keep doing the stretching. That's Jeff, that's one of the most important things too, is the stretching. It gets, for me, this particular muscle gets overdeveloped. A lot of it comes from from texting, doing things like that. So try and use voice to text as much as possible, but that's where I get it from here, and it gets into the basal joint here, and it starts really, my playing gets very, very, it's hard to bring my thumb under on the piano. It's hard to play. It's hard to do downstrokes. That's one of the, I'd say that's one of the most difficult things is some of the videos that I've had where I'm doing a metal tune and I have to do downstrokes. That is, I think that it's really, I probably can do it about half the speed that I could do it when I was, I'd say even 10 years ago. So, Richard Hummusbeard. Is there a video on this topic? Topic of, am I going to moonlight as Santa? That's the funny thing. I know everybody says that about that. I'm going to do a What Makes This Song Great with Avenged Sevenfold. So I got a little bit of news. So I've heard from Steve Lukather. We're going to do a video together. I'm going to do an interview just like the Peter Frampton with Steve, which is really exciting. I heard from Stanley Clark. I'm going to be doing an interview with Stanley Clark. Let's see, who else? And I'm trying to work out the Larry Carlton one as well. But yeah, and the Avenged Sevenfold. So I want to do. I'm going out to NAMM, and that's when I hope to do it with Sinister. Is to do the What Makes This Song Great in person when I'm out there. And the interview with Mr. Lukather is happening in January. So it's happening. It's all happening. Okay, so like a hurricane, it has to be something really big for episode 50. Okay, wait, I got to tell you one story here. You're not gonna believe this. So, my friend Dennis sent me this video. It was from a couple days ago, and I was listening to it today. This is ridiculous. I was going to make a video about this, but it's so stupid that I have to tell this story. So it's called. Let me see here. I guess see what the exact title of the video is here. Okay. It's called Dialogues Between Neuroscience and Society, Music and the Brain. Okay. It's from a week ago. It's a symposium on neuroscience, and Pat Metheny was, of course, always a topic here, was interviewed in it. Now, in addition to this, to the video being completely weird, so this guy introduces, the guy running the symposium introduces Metheny. Metheny comes up and gives a great speech, written, really very, very well thought out written speech, talking about music and the brain and his experiences and how he's really fascinated in that topic. And then they go sit down for this discussion. And one of the guys is this researcher named Charles Limb. Charles Limb, L-I-M-B, has done a lot of research on improvisation in the brain. Okay, so they're sitting down, and the one guy that's running the thing talks about how he met Pat back when he was going to school in Boston in the bathroom at Riles, this club in Boston. It was a horrible story. It was totally, and Pat's thinking, this is totally weird. So then Charles starts talking to Pat, and he says, this is the absurd part. He goes, well, for those of you that don't know Pat's music, I'd like to play something. I want to play something off this record that came out in 1976 called Bright Size Life, even though it came out in 1975. So, what's up, DJ? So he goes, so he starts playing it, and then this thing comes up, it goes to silence, and it goes, due to copyright infringement, the song can't be played, okay? So what had to have happened in order to have that come up, they must have had the video taken down. Okay, they played 20 seconds of the tune. This is completely ridiculous. 20 seconds of the tune, and they took the video down. So they must have, because that's the only way that they could have actually put the little thing in there that says due to copyright infringement. And they actually had to take out the music. They had 2 clips in there that they played. This is a video that only had 3,700 views on a channel that had 7,000 subscribers. Okay, it's a neuroscience channel. It's so ridiculous that he can't get a tune from ECM Records played on a video, on a neuroscience video discussing the brain, that they can't play 20 seconds of A Bright Size Life. That is how stupid this whole content ID thing is. This is how ridiculous. And honestly, I don't know why Pat didn't go and talk to Manfred Eicher and say, hey, listen, this thing has nothing to do with ECM. This is this is a symposium. It's a discussion on neuroscience and music in the brain. Can you let us play 20 seconds of 2 songs? I mean, what are they going to do? Listen to it over and over? I mean, it's so stupid that it's beyond belief. I was going to make a video of it, but then I thought, nah, I don't want to even bother wasting people's time. So I spared you the time, but I had to tell the story because I thought it was so dumb. It's his song. Yes, it is his song, but it's not on his record label. It's on ECM Records, and they take down everything. Everything. If anybody wants to write to ECM Records, well, it's not even worth it. I mean, it's really not worth it. But the fact that they can't do that, it's an automatic takedown, is absolutely ridiculous. What's up, Ethan? Okay, so a couple of things. I see Genesis. I see Won't Get Fooled Again. So here's the thing on Genesis. So I know that I talked to a guy that has heard the Genesis multi-tracks, that they are actually in Pro Tools, okay? There are sessions of Genesis multi-tracks of all the early records. But he didn't have them. He's trying to see if he can get me in touch with someone from the management company. So he has heard them. He's listened to them. They do exist. So, but I have no Genesis multi-tracks. What I want to do, if anyone out there has a Genesis multi-track, preferably anything off Trick of the Tail, like Entangled in particular, please send it to me. Let's see, what else did I see here? Did I ever meet Jocko? No, but I saw Jocko. I saw Jocko play. I did see Jocko play in 1978. Old Jethro Tull. I think Jethro Tull are blockers. I have Aqualung. I know that. I don't really have any John Mayer. Simon and Garfunkel does work. America, HK, you know what? I'm glad you reminded me of that because I want to write that down. If you guys have any suggestions for this, put it in the comments. Bohemian Rhapsody, Queen are blockers. Okay, I cannot do that. The Musical Box would be a phenomenal episode. I was listening to the Musical Box. I was actually listening to I was listening to Genesis State. I'm trying not to play something by accident. Let me make sure my volume is turned down here. I was listening to Nursery Crime, speaking of the Musical Box, today when I was driving in the car. For those of you that know that record, that Genesis record, it's a great record. Old record. Them Crooked Vultures are blockers. What makes it sound great, Rosanna? I've already done it. The Doors. Johnny, if I had Xanadu, I would have done that, actually. Xanadu would be, that's one of my favorite, one of my absolute favorite songs. I have a Jeff Buckley one that I've talked about. No One Knows, James. I've already done one on No One Knows. Okay. FYI to anyone, I have 4 episodes that have been blocked. No One Knows by Queens of the Stone Age. They're all on flat5.com. Aaron, you want to type it in? FLATFIV, flat5, FIV.com. Yes, Roundabout. No One Knows. Go Your Own Way, Fleetwood Mac, and Whole Lot of Love, Led Zeppelin. They've all been blocked, and they're all there. I've done a Perfect Circle one. I've done a Bowie. I've done no Black Crowes, Mars Volta. So Aaron just put up the link to his website there, okay? All right, so once again, RB25 is the discount code for everything is 25% off my website. I've only done this sale. This is the second time in 2.5 years that I've ever done a 25% off sale. This is a flash sale for today. So go there, check it out. Leave your comments here. You guys are the best. I'm going to continue to grow the beard until I go through and I do a, I might put out a little vote here that we can do. Carpenters, Thin Lizzy. Daniel, thank you very much. Can't do the Beatles. So I just want to say, everybody, that any band that's really big, like the Beatles, anything that's in the top 10 of sales in the U.S., okay? That includes Led Zeppelin, AC/DC, Fleetwood Mac, the Eagles, all of these bands are blockers. All the biggest bands are blockers. What does that mean? That means I make a video and it gets taken down immediately. I did the Back in Black. I did the solo for Back in Black on one of my last videos, my 3 classic solos, which you guys should really watch that second one I did. Not many people watch that one. My backing track was so close to the original, I played the stuff myself, that the video got taken down. So I had to go back in and play a sloppier backing track so that the video would stay up. Believe it or not. I know it's ridiculous, right? Totally ridiculous. Don't do the beard, you have enough white hair. I was listening to Opeth on the on my in the car yesterday, actually. The Cure, Fly Like an Eagle, Steve Miller. Billy Joel, okay. I've had a lot of Billy Joel in the past, but never on here. The Cult, ooh. I'm a big Cult fan. And I've had a lot of Alter Bridge, actually. A lot of people say Alter Bridge. We have any Cult fans out there? Any Rush? MGMT or Tame Impala? Okay. I've had a lot of Megadeth too. Avenged Sevenfold, I will be doing with Sinister Gates. Okay, so I'm going to look at these after, everyone. Thank you for putting these things on. Continue to that, like this. If you want to support my channel, buy something from buy my Beato book. Everything is 25% off. RB25 is the code. It's on my website, rickbeato.com. You guys are the best. Man, I'm going to start my What Makes the Sun Great video as soon as I stop this stream right now. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving, and I hope you guys had a great one, and happy Black Friday here. All right.